people in the food truck industry do. Street tacos number 10. Follow me, guys. Come over here. What's up, guys? I'm Jonathan Ibarra with IBARRA'S Food Truck Builders, and today we got a lot going on. Follow me. I'm gonna show you guys step by step on what we're doing today, the things that we have planned, and the projects that are gonna be going out. All right, guys, so let me show you guys what we got going around the shop today. Right here, we have this trailer that was brought over here to us from Utah. They've seen our videos, they like the way we wrap, they like our designs. They really wanted to use my designer, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. But as you can see, these are one of those trailers that I did not build, but again, it doesn't matter whether I build it or not. I will modify them for you. I'll do whatever it needs to do. We modified a lot of the kitchen to get it up to code, but we're gonna put a really nice wrap on here. And again, I'm very excited for him. Can't wait for him to see it. I'm gonna show you guys the process of the entire thing, the design that we're gonna come up for him, and keep you guys updated on that. All right, guys, so one of the things I wanna do here is show you guys one of the biggest mistakes a lot of my clients and just a lot of people in the food truck industry do when they're unhooking their food trailer, especially the way we set ours up. We always have the, I always recommend the generator being welded to the tongue of the trailer. In this case, it doesn't have one, but again, you still have the two big propane tanks. It's really important that you always put wood underneath your jack when you guys are unhitching, and the reason for it is so that your jack doesn't take up all the pressure. See, if you put a piece of wood, you won't have to lift it all the way up, and so that keeps it from breaking down very quickly. So let me show you. When you guys unhitch your trailers, it's better that you try and put some wood. I would recommend getting the bigger wood, bigger than the 4x4s. Maybe get the blocks and then try to get as high as you can, something like this. So again, when you guys are taking it down, you only go just a few inches to just unhitch out of your truck. If you guys do not put the wood, and especially if you have a lifted truck and you go all the way down, your jack, it's sticking out all the way out. So what happens is it puts a lot of pressure right here, and it'll start to wear it out. It'll start to feel very heavy and you'll start to break it. So it won't last you very long. So one way to make it really last a long time is by putting the blocks underneath. That way you don't have to deal with that problem. One of the worst things that can happen is that it breaks at an event, or a day before you're going out to an event, or just somewhere, just going out in general. You're just gonna have a hard time trying to get it back up. But there is a solution. I do want to talk about that as well. You just need to have a car jack. If you have a car jack, you're able to lift it. So let's say it's all the way to the ground and you're not able to lift it. Okay, so let me show you here. So I'm gonna put it all the way to the bottom, all the way to the ground. Okay, so let's say your jack broke, you can't lift it up to your truck to hitch it on. What do? All you have to do is put a jack, a car jack underneath, or maybe get something a little bigger that you should be carrying around with you anyways in the back of your truck for emergencies. You lift the trailer up, you hitch it on, and then you can come see me so that I can repair your jack. So there you go, guys. You don't need to get it towed, or you don't need to do any of that. You just need to carry a car jack with you. All right, right here, guys, we have street tacos number 9. Look at this, we're wrapping it up right here. We're almost done. We just need this panel right here. We're gonna put the doors up here where the menus also go on the doors. If you guys are very familiar with my street tacos trailers, it has a very specific look. It stands out anywhere. You'll see the al pastor over there in that corner. You'll see that it's open all the way around. One of the biggest things one of the changes that I made to this 16-footer was I ended up putting the big 2-door tall refrigerator, which is why I had to close it up here just a little bit. But again, if you can see, everything else, it's open all the way around. All right, now follow me. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna walk into street tacos number 10. Remember, guys, this is the last 16-footers that I'm gonna be making. This also has that 2-door tall refrigerator that I ended up adding. So right now they're installing all the walls. You can see we have the insulation that we have the 1.5-inch insulation that I always talk about, which is this one right here. And then wherever the cooking equipment is, which is on this side, I like my cooking equipment in the front. We got the al pastor that's gonna go right here in the corner. We have the pink fiber insulation. All right, as soon as you walk in, you have your outlets right here, your switches, all this stuff. We got all the wires here ready for that. We're preparing everything to just install the kitchen equipment. So we have number 10 right here, and then we have number 11. Look, follow me, guys, come over here. So as you can see, we have all the tables ready, but that one's ahead just a little bit, about a day ahead. As you can see, they closed out all the walls already. Over here, it's open. We got the insulation, we got the electrical wiring, the plumbing that's coming in. Then we have the pink fiber that's gonna be going where the cooking equipment is. So as you can see right over here, we're gonna fill all these empty spaces up that you see up with the pink fiber insulation. Check this out right here. Remember, you will have the al pastor right here. Then we have a little 2-burner. We have the flat top griddle. Right next to that, we have the 2-door prep table refrigerator, and then we deliver out that corner on that side. We have this fully opened. Right here, we're gonna add the big 2-door tall refrigerator. Again, huge thank you to you guys for supporting us, for just really coming to C Street Talks, eat from us. I mean, we've been doing incredible. Again, very thankful for that. Thanks to you guys. We are adding the big 2-door tall refrigerator so that we can stock up more and stop running out. Back here, we have the 2-door prep table refrigerator, and then we have the 3-compartment sink and hand sink. All right, guys, so you guys already know my big 20-foot Street Tacos trailer. We're gonna be opening that up very soon. I will let you guys know about that. This is the second Street Tacos 20-foot trailer. Remember, I'm no longer making 16-footers. I'm only gonna make 2 20-footers because I need more refrigeration space. I need to be able to stock up a lot more. As you can see right here, we're gonna have a big difference here from this 20-footer to the other 20-footer. What I mean by that is that we're actually gonna change up the signs on the doors. It's gonna be very hard to see right now, but as you can see right up here, the menu is gonna go on the wall rather than on the doors. This is the first one that we're gonna design this way. If everything looks good, if everything works out great, this might be the final blueprint, okay? And once we get that final blueprint, I'll be able to do an assembly and just non-stop building Street Tacos. The goal is to build an empire. Again, thank you to you guys. All right, guys, so check this out. Right now, we're building the doors for all the Street Tacos trailers. Check this out. You see this? This is the door that's gonna go to number 9, the one that we were looking at over there, that one that still needs to be wrapped. So this is what we do. We build them all out of aluminum. This way the doors are not that heavy. If you build them out of steel, it will be heavy. You'll need heavier shocks. Your shocks will probably go out and wear out a lot quicker. Overall, it's a lot safer. It'll last longer. It's aluminum. It's protected. It'll last a lifetime. All right, guys, so check this out. We're in a big 24-foot food trailer. I haven't built a big one like this in a very long time. This is Classy Cotton Candy. I'm very excited for them. This one's gonna be going to Area 15. So we've been going back and forth, having a lot of meetings, exactly the placement where it's gonna go. I'm really excited to show you guys where it's gonna go, what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be unique and different. There's nothing like this one. So stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on it. All right, guys, so the owner of this food trailer, Classy Cotton Candy, they wanted something very different. They wanted something unique. They wanted something that just really popped off. You know, that when you open the trailer, it almost looked like the entire trailer was open, okay? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make the windows go all the way up to here. So we're not gonna be cutting it short where we usually do like a 36-inch window. We're going all the way up, and we're also gonna be making the doors humongous right here. So when this thing opens up, we're gonna add double lighting, and it's gonna be able to brighten up the entire floor. So I'm really excited about that. It's something different. I think you guys are gonna love it. And then again, there's more ideas for you guys in the future. For if you ever wanna build a trailer with me and you love this idea, let me know, and we'll do that for you guys. All right, guys, so check this out over here. I'm doing the doors that go on the side of the Street Tacos trailer. So what I decided to do on this round is I'm gonna make it just a 1 door. Instead of having 2 doors to open up, I'm trying something new. I'm gonna try just a 1 door. So it'll be 1 latch that opens the entire window. The reason for it is because I don't think I necessarily need 2 windows. The whole thing is held up because I don't have frames by springs. I'm trying something new. I'm taking the gamble on it, but I really think it's gonna work out. After everything we've calculated, I think it's gonna be the best option. And if this works out great, every trailer moving forward is gonna have this one door. All right, so a trailer have a little incident. Usually, so what happened was one of their tires, the drum broke off. Usually that happens when you make really sharp turns and put all that pressure on that tire. It can cause it to break off the drum, the tire, the rim. But it's the good thing is that it's an easy fix. I mean, I'm just gonna swap out the axle. We'll still be able to use the rims and tires. Let's get my boy here taken care of as soon as possible because they do have events coming up. So let's go ahead and help them unhook here. Usually like to come out here and help them out. That way they don't struggle. Makes it a lot easier with the forklift. So one of the good things about having a double axle, which I always recommend to everybody, is that, you know, if something like this happens to you, where you lose a tire from a flat, or, you know, like what happened here, it broke off. It's always good to have 2 axles. That way you could still at least get your trailer to the location to get it repaired. In this case, they were able to still drive it here. It wasn't risky, or wasn't, you know, the axle wasn't gonna come off. Again, if you only have 1 axle, then that's impossible. He would have had to find a tow, get the trailer here to my shop. So again, guys, when you guys are looking for trailers, big or small, I really recommend you go with a double axle for many more reasons. Also, if you're driving and you have a flat, you'll still be fine because you have 4 axles. The trailer won't flip on you, it won't tip over. It'd be less risky if you have 2 axles. All right, guys, so let me show you a little bit of what happened here. So I could tell right here from the wheel, the brake here is that he was probably making a lot of, really tight turns. It probably wasn't the first time he's done this. He's probably done it quite a bit of times, and I get it. Sometimes you're in tight spots where you're not really paying attention. But, after a while of, continuous tight turns, this is what can happen right here. So try to make wide turns whenever you guys are anywhere. I understand when they're tight spaces, but for the most part, try to make wide turns. You keep this from happening. We'll get this taken care of as soon as possible. All right, guys, so fork U's in here, like I was showing you guys before. They broke the drum to the axle where the tire sits. As you can see, what we do to change that axle is we lift up the trailer, we put it on these right here, and then it gives us a better and easier access to be able to remove the axle without struggling. We're gonna go ahead and loosen these up right here, pull the axle out, bring in the new axle, install the new tire, and then we'll bring the trailer down, and then he's gonna be ready to go. Not a hard thing. So again, if this happens to you guys, or if you have something similar to it, or you think you're having problems with your axle, we could always inspect them and check them and make sure they are good for the road. All right, guys, so you guys already know my big 20-foot trailer right here. This is the first design for the 20-foot Street Tacos trailer. Right now, we're finalizing the last bit of details, kind of like this LED. So in all my Street Tacos trailers, we're going with a red LED around the windows, above the top, so that way when you walk up to our Street Tacos trailer, you'll see the two colors, red and white. We also end up putting red underneath the trailer so that it shines from the bottom as well. You can't miss it. When you see a Street Tacos trailer, you will know that it is a design built by us. The colors overall, everything about it, we're trying to make all of them look exactly the same, but we are upgrading different things to better the trailer. One thing we've upgraded already is from a 16 to a 20-foot trailer. We got one more change that we're gonna be doing on a new 20-foot trailer. If that turns out great, then that'll be the final blueprint. And then again, from there, if there's still changes that need to be made, I will still continue to upgrade it up until I have the perfect trailer. I'll keep you guys updated on that. All right, guys, so that's all we have for today. I showed you guys everything that's going on, from repairs, the remodels, day to day here at IBARRA'S Food Truck Builders. So again, guys, if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to know, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.